We've recently found a young baby Kendall traveling with 7 other individuals. We'll name this young creature Oceanic. Oceanic is very lively and runs faster than most of her pack, most likely because she's younger. Oceanic mostly sleeps at night. Unlike other Kendalls, she is diurnal. But all Kendall species should be nocturnal, so why is she diurnal? The youngster, being thirsty, goes to take a sip of water. The youngster tries fitting in a hole. She wants to sleep down there, but sadly she's way too big to fit. The other Kendalls have migrated during the day, so the special night is for everybody to sleep, except this youngster. We'll call her Duck. All the Kendalls are sound asleep, waiting for it to be day. As the night turns into day, small creatures fly around the area, excited for the dawn of the new day. Venrus and Searchies fly around in search of water and food, while the young Kendall pack has finally awoken. During the migration back to the tundra, the youngster finds a cave. She decides that it wouldn't be suitable, as the pack would leave her. As the now teen Oceanic makes it to the end of the forest, all of the Kendalls are excited for the migration to be over for a month or two. But Oceanic enjoys the cold, unlike other Kendalls who prefer heat. As Oceanic, Loki, Duck, and others make it towards the end of forest, she finally discovers that, well, maybe ice is nice. All the other Kendalls followed behind her. She decided to try and stay in the middle in case any predator attacks. After the Kendalls finally found some food, her and her pack continue off into the tundra, finding a cool place to stay. When they finally make it to the edge of the tundra, they notice a nice lake, defrosted. They decide to drink some water. As Oceanic goes to take a nice cold sip of water, the air turns smoky. A volcanic eruption has started across the land. She quickly runs to a small cave all the Kendalls are huddled in. She knows it'll only make it harder to huddle, but it's better than getting hit by meteors. Meteors fall from the sky as Oceanic and her pack hide in the hole, the elders struggling to fit in, as if it becomes too crowded, they could die. All of a sudden, the bigger Kendalls come out of their cave. They realize the youngers will have a better chance of surviving if they have more space. Oceanic makes a bold move to run into the water, as she knows in the water it might be a little bit safer. But as she enters the water, the volcanic meteors hit her. She takes damage just as the air starts clearing up. She realized this volcanic eruption was finally over. Finally, all the Kendalls could be safe and uncrowded. They were all excited. Although it was raining, it was much better than meteors. The Kendalls decide to leave immediately, as now everything is slippery and wet from all the ice melting. They decide that sleeping in this wet, cold place is not suitable for them. So they decide to migrate to find somewhere new. As they make it to a small bridge in the water, Oceanic knows she's the best swimmer, so she decides to go first. It's a very bold move, as any predator in the water could easily kill her, but she decides to go anyways for the pack. When she made it to the other side, she was completely untouched, so the rest of the Kendalls decided they could follow. They all swam across, the water being warmer from that meteor, but it slowly cooled down. All of the Kendalls finally migrated to this new place. They felt safer, although they weren't. But as they continued exploring, they found a nice, beautiful, luscious lake full of nice, clean water, drinkable water. The water was so clouded with Kendalls that she could barely take a sip, but Since she wasn't thirsty, she decided to go on a high rock to prove her worth in the clan. As she was only a teen, she was still very playful. She was playing hide and seek with Nightmare. Nightmare searched contently for her. He knew he wouldn't win, or he knew he would win. Either way, all Kendalls were satisfied. Marsh roared on a rock, while the nice sun beamed on him. More Kendalls joined him. They were all happy and were now rulers of the land. Beige, Marsh, and Nightmare all roared on the same rock, proving their worth to all creatures of Sanoria. Oceanic was now able to become a teen. In creatures of Sanoria, creatures don't grow slowly over time. They grow a lot, immediately. And now Oceanic was an adult, she felt the need to have kids. She noticed a small rock by the lake. She thought it would be a perfect place to put her nest. Oceanic sat on her nest proudly as other Kendalls noticed. They were ready for an expansion in their pack. Everything was amazing for her. She never thought a Kendall could have such a great life. Suddenly, the once blue, beautiful, glowing sky became a dark, red blood moon. She was alarmed, but knew it was just a weather event. Suddenly, a red Kendall stumbled upon this place. Was it a blessing from the blood moon, or was it a dark omen? Could this Kendall change the path of this Kendall pack? There's two ways it could. Either it could destroy the Kendall pack brick by brick, or it could build it up brick by brick. Either way, we won't know. We'll call the red Kendall blood moon. It symbols the day it came. And whether or not it's good or bad, for now, it hasn't affected the pack. The red blood moon showed proudly. When will the night end? Oceanic waited and waited and waited for her egg to finally come. And today is the moment. Her egg finally came. She was so excited for the youngling. A few months later, on another blood moon, the baby hatched. Suddenly, a large creature came attacking her family. The creature wreaked havoc everywhere and killed Marsh. They were all running for their lives as her child got killed before her eyes. She ran and ran. Hopefully this would be the last time she sees light. The remainings of the Kendall family went towards the water. In the morning time, they felt as if it was safe enough to head back to their home. The creature nowhere to be seen. The devastation of their house has brought in a new blessing. A strange creature. We'll call this creature a zebra, mainly just because of its colors. Then suddenly, the big, large creature appeared again. She was prepared to fight, but knew she couldn't win. She was going to do as much as she could to protect her home from it once again. But for some reason, it seemed docile. Was this all a trick? The cadaverous, the large creature, just drank its water and then laid down. It appears as though it meant no harm. But that was clearly a lie. Oceanic was too devastated from her last child getting killed in front of her eyes. She wouldn't trust the creature with her life depending on it. Because, well, the creature would kill her if she trusted it. Zebra and Oceanic played, but eventually Cadaverous headed to the water. Zebra did not know the past of Oceanic and this Cadaverous, so she backed away, but Zebra just wanted to play. The large Cadaverous waited in the water. Was he waiting for an even younger Kendall to come by the water to snatch it? Or was he just taking all the food he killed for granted? Or maybe he wasn't. It seemed like he hasn't taken a single bite of any of the Kendalls he brutally murdered. Suddenly, the Cadaverous rose from the water. It was walking towards her. She quickly got up, terrified. the cadaverous only had an inch closer to her and her family. It started heading towards her and she started sprinting. It seemed friendly, but she knew deep down that it could be evil. Finally, all the Kendalls realized the threat. Even Marsh knew that this creature didn't bring goodness. The creature walked back into the water. She knew it was planning something evil. What was it just doing, sitting down there? Oceanic was finally ready for another egg. A week or two later, Oceanic finally had her second egg. She was hoping another devastation wouldn't wipe over this little Kendall city. But unfortunately, she couldn't control that. Zebra applauded her. Zebra was proud of her. Nightmare also appeared to have a youngling. Eventually, a small baby hatched from her nest. She was the most happiest mother of them all. Her youngling enjoyed playing with Zebra as well. Suddenly, her baby started running away. She knew it would have to come back for food, though, so she stayed put. She knew she wouldn't be able to keep up with it anyways. Just like Oceanic predicted, the youngling came back. The youngling bonded with her mother. They both drank water, and then the youngling went in and swam around, as the mother was vigorously thirsty. She wouldn't drink during the hatching process. She was too scared of it being killed again. The youngling and her played. They were both happy. It appeared another offspring was having fun with her child, jumping around together. Even Zebra was growing herself. Zebra was only a baby when they first met. Zebra and Nightmare's offspring seemed to have a bond. She realized her child wasn't anywhere to be seen, and a large luminous creature floated around the place. Where was her daughter? She was gone. Had this zebra-like creature killed her daughter? She gave up and just sat by her nest. Hopefully, this wouldn't be another fail in parenting. Eventually, after waiting for long weeks, as it felt like, she had her third egg. She proudly presented her new egg to the pack. Nobody seems to care, though. This egg could change the course of the pack. When all of a sudden, a strange creature appeared in the nest. Then it stole her egg, her only egg. She got up, but it was no use. It had gotten away, and she tried biting and buying of sorrow, but she knew wouldn't bring back her lost child. The pack noticed she wouldn't eat or drink any water. She was too sad to. Even Zebra noticed it, but she knew she couldn't do anything. She felt her best friend's sorrow, and she knew there was nothing she could do about it. The small creature flew around the area, waiting for another egg to steal. She was giving up on having any more kids, but she knew she would try one last time. Sadly, the baby didn't make it. She lays next to the carcass. She was at the border of giving up. She knew she shouldn't, but it was too late. She definitely had given up. She laid and did the same thing last time. She wouldn't eat or drink. Her packmates were so sad, but there was nothing they could do. And after that cadaverous attack, almost all the family and friends she had been destroyed. She decided to build a nest in the water. As she explored the underwater cave, she noticed one perfect for her to fit in. She noticed a large cave, and as she called inside, she realized it was the perfect for a small Kendall den. She knew she couldn't hold her breath forever, but it would be just enough for her to leave, enter, and for her babies to survive. so she laid in the cave. She wanted to sleep a night there before she felt comfortable to have her nest. She finally had one of her first babies born. She was hoping she could actually raise one to maturity. The baby left the cave, but she trusted. She knew she shouldn't, as she's already lost 2 of them, but she had 2. One of them a black and white color, one she adopted, and the other one the same looks as her. She decided to stay in the cave as she was tired. Although this was her 5th baby, she knew she couldn't give up, so she just laid in her cave to regain energy. As her other child had now grown into a teen, the youngling went to go watch her youngest. Life was good, better than before. An hour later, the youngling came into the cave. He just found somewhere good to rest, as it was night. The mother was wondering where her youngest was, but she didn't worry. Suddenly, her youngest seemed to have changed color. She was quite confused, but Kendalls can do that with their sheds. She knew that it was hers, and just rested. She was becoming very old and frail as she slowly died. She was very happy and accomplished with her life. Thank you to anybody who watched this video, as it took me about 3 days or more to edit. And yes, this is my voice. I know I sound young, but I'm not. Anyways, goodbye everybody. Thank you for watching. And if you want to see more videos like this, like and subscribe. Goodbye. And I know the voice recording was bad. I just used a voice recorder in CapCut and just put my mouth to the microphone. But I recommend using earphones. Okay, bye.